So hello guys, my name is Ajan Singh and today we are going to solve this problem number 3044. So the wait to wait. Hmm. So what is the problem number 3044 says? So it says that we have to find the most frequent prime number which are present in our array after doing some operation. So let's first discuss what does the really what really is the problem says. So basically actually I've done this problem before, so let me explain you in more easier way. So this problem says that we have given a 2D matrix which can be of length m cross n. Hmm. So if you are at any index, for example, if you are at this index, then you can move in any direction. Means in any direction means either way. You can go uh, either to this side, either your right side or left side, or upper way or down way, or either in means in this way or in this way or this way or this way. Means you have to choose any one direction. If you are at any cell, you can move in this eight direction. So so suppose you are at index I comma j, then there is a eighth way, there is a eighth direction which you have to traverse. And while traversing those eight direction, if you means while traversing in those eight direction, you will means you definitely going to be on some cell where the element is where definitely going to be present. So what you have to do, you have to just append those, you have to just add those index element to your main. Suppose let's see, let me explain you with example. Suppose you are on this index one. hmm, and you are decided to move downwards. So at first, when you are in this index, you added one to your. Suppose you added one to your account. After that, you move downwards and you get here nine. Then what do you have to do? You have to just add this nine to your previous element. So now your count becomes 19. See here. Hmm. After that, when you move to the next downward way, when you move down more downward, you will get one here. So now your current count becomes 191. So this way you have to create the numbers, and at the end you have to find that the most frequent. In this way, you have to traverse in all eight directions from each cells, and you have to search. At the end, you have to return those prime number elements which are occurred most frequent in this whole matrix. So let me let me explain the approach what I have done to solve this problem. So first of all, they have given me a most frequent prime function where they have given me a matrix 2D matrix of m cross n. So what I have done, so for moving in a direction, I've just created a list hmm, through which I'm going to traverse in each direction in means in all that direction. Suppose if you are suppose if you are at I comma j, then if you add these two element in your I and j, you will be you will be down, you will be at the next level. Means you will be one index down to the current one. So this is going to be somewhat like this. So this way you are sorry, yeah. So this way you can see that we are now one level down to the previous one. So this way we can traverse in all the eight direction. So this going to help us in traversing in all the eight direction. After that, I have stored the matrix length, matrix dimension in identifier n and m. After that, I've declared hash map. So the reason behind declaring hash map is that I'm going to store all the prime numbers here, and their frequencies. And after that, what I have done, I've traversed each and every cell of that n because the constraint is so low that we can apply a brute force. See, a constraint is just only 1 to 6, so it is easy for it is good to do like this one. So what I have done, why I've just called this solve function for each and every index. Let me explain you what does this solve function have done here. So yes, the solve function has taken the array, which was same as the matrix array. Where I have just changed the name, array, and ing are the index from where we are starting, and this is the map which we have created in our main function, and this is the list. It shows the direction in which we are going to traverse, and this is the NNM which basically shows the dimension of that array. And what I've done here is that I have just traversing the whole size of that list. Basically, in in basically in the first time when we just call the first time of first index element of that list, what we will get that 1 comma 0. Means this shows that we are going downward side. We are going downward side from the current position, and in the next iteration of the list, we will get 1 minus 1 comma 0, which shows that we are going upward side. Hmm. Here 0 comma 1 shows that. So means I have applied here for loop on list so that we can traverse in all the eight direction. And and basically I have stored the pair. So what does the pair means? Pair means basically the coordinate of means it's basically I and j means two elements. So I just make the class of pair. So I am traversing in all eight direction. And what is the current means what will be the current value of that? What will be the current value of that that increment? I have stored it in x and y identifier. And here I have created a string builder. Initially, it is stored the that I and j index value means from which we have called. Suppose we have called that solve function from this index means 1 comma 0. So initially, it's going to store that value 9. So here we have appended that cell value in string builder. And I have taken that temporary identifier a and j so that it can store the value of I and j. And I've applied until it satisfies this condition means it doesn't get out that means it doesn't get out the dimension the value of a and b doesn't get out of the means out of the dimension of this given matrix. So I applied this condition and it from until we are in that dimension. Uh, Basically, we just incremented the value of a and b by x and y. And after incrementing, if it satisfies this condition, we have to just append the value of array value of that cells. Suppose we are here, and if we are here and we have decided to go diagonally downside. What we have to do? We have to add this means we have to just check now whether this cell is in our dimension or not. If it is, then we have to append this number. Append this number means add this number to our string builder. So this is what we have done here. After that, we have converted this given string builder string to a integer. These are the code for that. Code for that. After that, I have I have just checked whether that the temp value is greater than zero or not, or whether it is a prime or not. So here is code for checking whether it is prime or not. Hmm. I think you are quite aware that how to check whether a number is a prime or not. So, and the reason for checking whether a temperature, whether this calculated integer is greater than 10 or not. Here it is mentioned in the question that the prime number should be greater than 10. So that's why I am checking hmm, before inserting it in map. So that's why I'm doing this. And after that, if it is satisfied with this both condition, I kept it in map and incremented. Means if it's already present, I incremented its frequency. So this way, I get each and every prime number which present in that matrix while traversing those all eight direction. And after that, what I have done here is I will initialize a max identifier and a max key identifier. Max will store the maximum frequency of that prime number, and max key will be the maximum value of that prime. So I initialize it with -1 because there is no perfect reason, but just I have done. You can I've done because it says that if there is no prime number, you have to return -1. So that's why I initialize it with -1. And I have iterated over all the key of that map and checked whether and it also given one more condition is that if there are multiple prime number with same frequency, then you have to return the largest one. So I have applied condition here that if map dot get key means if if some key value is equal to that max one, then what we have to do? We have to check whether the means we have to store the maximum value in max key. So here what I have done is the same thing what I just explained you. Here I have just taken whether the current key element is greater than the max value or not. If it is, then I have stored it in max key and incremented the max value. Means I've just replaced the max value. After that, I return the max key. And after running it, what I get is that our code is perfectly fine and it passes all the test cases. I just before just making this video, I have done all this testing and all. You can see that. So thank you guys, and and be with me for more question for doing more question like this. So thank you guys. We will meet again tomorrow and have a good day. Spend good time with your family.